What's going on, everybody? Here, and welcome to a live react to Starfield Direct, because I'm excited about this game, and this is the exact type of game that we normally play on the channel. So I figured, you know what, I was gonna watch it. I started watching like 2-3 minutes of it. I was like, nope, forget it, we're doing a live react. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, like, subscribe, all the fun things. We'll absolutely be playing Starfield once it comes out, but let's go ahead and let's get on into it. So yeah, we're just watching this off YouTube, so it's really bright, like it's bright. So let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm really quite excited for this. So here we go. All right. Now, actually, hold on. Before we get going, initial thoughts. So I am really excited about this game. I'm really hoping that they're going to pull out all the stops. It's going to be good. You know, I think it's going to be successful. I think people are going to like it. The only thing I'm worried about is that it's going to get compared to No Man's Sky a lot. Now, it looks different, but I think there's going to be a lot of things like, well, No Man's Sky does this. Well, No Man's Sky does that. And I hope that doesn't like deter people and kill the game, but it's gonna happen, because No Man's Sky is like pretty much the only other kind of like space exploration type game that we have in like the relevant like ecosphere. So we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, let's go. Definitely getting a Star Trek-y vibe. Definitely a Star Trek-y vibe. Okay. I don't know.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time,
did you guys play Fallout 4, Fallout 76? Leave a comment. I'm curious. I played Fallout 4, a lot of it. 76 I never touched. And I'm actually curious. Later we'll touch on that.
We'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then.
We'll see how not limited it is.
Built, our technology, and all this here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
All right. Also, if I say something that you don't agree with, leave a comment down below. I would love to chat about it. Also, if you're gonna be a troll in the comments and you're like, me, you're stupid, I'm just gonna delete it, and I don't care. So if you want to have an actual conversation about it, I would love to hear it, and you can join the Discord and we can talk about things, because there's a lot of things that I'm probably gonna have an opinion on that a lot of people are gonna differ, and I'd love to talk to them about them. I'd love to. So let's get it. Here we go.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice...
Okay, first part, it's over 1,000 worlds. I don't know. So there's two sides to this. There is the side of, okay, you made 1,000 worlds, so you made it almost limitless, kind of like No Man's Sky did. But if every world is like, I don't know if they're procedurally generated, but a lot of those worlds are like 90% of them are going to just be barren with nothing on them. You know what I'm saying? Like the people and the stuff that you actually do, you probably only visit like a handful of them. I don't know. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Like 1,000 different worlds is like, is it? Like, you know, what's your classification of a world? Like a physical body that you can land on? Cool. With nothing on it? Yeah. Hey, guess what? We have 850 desert moons. They all look the same, but they're all different. I don't know. We'll see.
Of where to go, it's not ours. It's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it.
I mean, No Man's Sky did it years ago.
From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
Okay, the creatures look better. The creatures don't look
that
like
isn't just a backdrop.
walking
That moon is actually
things.
there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you.
The planets look really good, though.
Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
The planets look really good.
We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person.
You better be able to do first person.
And you can play it in first person.
Thank you. I'm a first person player. If you play third person, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm curious. How many people play in third person versus
We love
first?
exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
So you know what I do like? One thing I'm going to give them right away is I like the art style and the design choices that they went with. They went with like these camps that you're seeing like this, and like the ships as far as I've seen, they're almost like semi-realistic. Like you could expect a ship of that kind to actually look like that, and it's not like, you know, a super like No Man's Sky kind of ship. Well, no, some of those ships look really cool, but like the squid ships, you know what I mean? Things like that look super futuristic. Like these look like they could be here, and these could be, they're familiar, you know what I mean? But they have like the new technologies, but they still look kind of like old and weathered and like mechanical and machiney, you know? I think that looks really cool, and I think they did a good job with that. So, like these outposts, like they're all like, obviously, you know, well, I can't see. You just got shot in the face. Okay. I like the mobility. Oh, is the planet low gravity though? He must have had a hole in the jetpack. Credits, laser cartridge.
We do
Equinox.
love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub
so this is
for
our menu.
everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess.
I like this. I like this. The details are cool, but kind of like with Fallout 4, I don't know if you ever ran into it, when you wanted to just like do something really quick, like the menus were like you had to like click on here, then click on here, then click on here, then go down to here, then click on this, then click on this, then scroll over, and then, you know what I mean? I hope that the stuff that we're going to be actively using a lot is there's like a little bit quicker access, because I don't really care that my trilobites actually look like 5 cockroaches with a side of whipped cream. It's like, do I need them? Do I need to eat them for food like right now? Like, yeah, maybe, you know? So hopefully there's some kind of like quick access menu that hopefully there will be, you know?
That's over food.
But it is cool. It's cool that they took the time to detail that. It's really neat.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name.
Can he say Z1 Gaming? I hope so. I hope so, because we're going to find out.
Let's head out.
The ships look really cool. I got to give them that. They look real. Like,
our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's
relatable,
that
grounded,
contrast,
but
that's
advanced.
where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home. For you?
yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like the way that it's like designed, like the containers and the cargo and like the like walking through stuff, and you can see like the installation on the walls, you know, like if you look up the ISS, you know, things look very similar but not as advanced, you know what I mean? Like this is cool.
And like many of the
I'm so excited about this. Like, this is making me more excited about it now.
It has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. Cool. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
I'm gonna wait.
Obviously, the game is big, on this. And it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems that in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri
system. What's the warp drive look like?
Where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Are we going to get the classic tunnel tube thing?
Welcome to UC Space.
That was actually sick. That was a great reimagining of the of a warp drive or the whatever the gravity drive. That was really cool. It was nice and fast too.
For landing at New Atlantis.
Okay, hold on. I want to talk about that real quick. So they said you're cleared for landing at New Atlantis. A lot of people, and I, like myself included, have talked about the fact that you don't actually fly down to the planets. So similar to like No Man's Sky, you fly down the planets. Elite Dangerous, you typically like fly down to the surface, things like that, and like a Star Citizen as well. While I think that's cool, and I can understand the critiquing point, like being able to like, oh, it's so cool being able to fly down, you know. I think there's something to be said for time management. And do I want to spend the time flying to the surface of a planet back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, or would I rather just click on it and be there? And I think this game is going to have, I think it's going to have that. I think they got rid of, or I don't think they got rid of it, but I think I would rather be playing the game more than traversing, if that makes sense. So I don't care that I don't fly down to the planet and see everything load in and all that stuff. That doesn't really bother me because my goal is like, obviously I'm trying to get there for a reason. So I want to just get there. And I could see why, you know, like No Man's Sky is very quick, like, you know, planet to surface, surface to planet, whatever, or space to planet. And it's very quick. But this game, I could definitely, I understand why they did this, and I understand why it's this way. And I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think the ships look so cool, though. And I know there's a ship designer, and I can't wait to, like, I hope they talk about that, too, because, like, I really want to see that.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
This gives me serious Star Trek vibes. Especially if anybody's watched like the newer Star Trek stuff. This is like serious new Star Trek. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love Star Trek and Star Wars, but like Star Trek is like the realistic side of stuff. This is gorgeous.
It's the biggest city we've ever made. Not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and
that
quests.
Is gorgeous.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
Okay, so this right here looks like a school of like, could they be pilots? Well, I don't know. This looks.
This is a Colony 1 memorial.
A Colony 1 memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
That is so cool.
If you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
That is so cool.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of
It's the ring from Halo. This is before Halo. No, just kidding.
Characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
That looked cool.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars, to this day, serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond
Hours
the United
without
Colonies
incident?
reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
That's the
If you've
cyberpunky
got
city.
morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
So one thing I'm seeing that's really cool is that each of these cities and each of these main cities almost have like different roles that you can play. So like if you liked the I don't know how much there is to do in like each one, but like if you liked the cyberpunky style of things, you could hang out in the cyberpunk style, you know, cities or whatever, or the westerny space, the space western or whatever, or like the, you know, the UC, the centralized colonies and stuff like that. Like that's really cool that they're giving you like all these different options and these very diverse places to explore. And I wonder how much you can hang out at each one, you know, like if there's like a mission set or a quest set for each one, and like is there like, you know, gear and stuff like that goes along with each one, like can you change your character depending on where you're at to like fit in with the environment. Like it looks cool. I'm really excited.
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The snakes.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
Wow.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before.
This is really
all
neat.
There, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things
That's
to
pretty
see
cool.
and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
That's pretty neat. I'm not one for like super in-depth character creation, but
come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Oh, and then that's where you go ahead and make all your stuff. Oh,
you
there's a
start your
beard.
character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records.
We gotta have a nice beard.
You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
Oh, you pick from a line of 40 presets, and then you can adjust from
Your
there.
journey
Okay.
from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be.
That's
This
good.
new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings, it's a lot. But I think it's the most fun to use.
Teeth?
Character creation is more than
Teeth?
just how you look. This is also where
Teeth?
you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Better get your dental plan in check too. Oh, here's
Backgrounds give
okay.
you a bit of backstory and
Hold on, let's pause this. So I want to see, yeah, so you can pick your background, and I thought this was actually pretty cool because when you pick your background, you get like some perks and stuff like that. So like chef, while the undefined masses, craft down chunk. Okay, gastronomy, access to brand new worlds means access to brand new ingredients. There's almost always no limits to the delicious foods and drinks a talented chef can prepare. Dueling, considered by many to be a lost art, close attacks with a melee weapon can often be deadlier than a ranged combat carried out by a skilled practitioner. Scavenging. So it looks like you get some abilities and stuff like that to start with. Now, there's actually one I think I saw. It was so funny. It was like a student or something like that, and it's like you started with debt. It was like so funny.
start you out with 3 basic skills.
That's so cool.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
That's funny. Oh my god, that's funny. We'll let you figure that one out.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay, so skill progression system, that's good.
Ranks are unlocked
Physical,
by
social,
completing
combat, science, and
challenges
tech.
associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
That's kind of neat.
Out of the gate, I'm boost packing everywhere.
Oh, see, that would be super nice for exploration.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
That's
Invest
funny.
in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
That's funny. Sea grenade rocket. God damn. Oh. Sorry,
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
That's actually kind of neat.
Once we created a grounded world, we can start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Interesting.
It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Pretty excited. I'm gonna say this direct is making me more excited than I was. I'm trying to contain it. Optimistically excited. Optimistic hype. Here's the ship customizations.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship.
Yes.
Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Yes.
It all starts in...
I don't know why, but I absolutely love the idea of having a ship and then like hiring people to work on your ship to make your ship feel alive, and like the people there are necessary to make the ship function. And like that always just is so exciting. Like even on No Man's Sky when you can hire the like the different races for their like stations or whatever, like it's so cool to actually have them on board and like walking around and cruising around. That's super cool. I'm excited.
Spaceport.
I'm very excited.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Can we have multiple ships?
You can customize and upgrade everything
Ooh.
you see here. And you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew, Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
Finally, something that No Man's Sky doesn't have. Changing the color of your ship. You can change the color of your freighter, but not your ship unless... No, I don't think you can still. Still can't do that. That is cool. I think the shipbuilder is probably going to be where I spend a lot of my time. I definitely want to play through the game, and then I want to know like what it requires to like unlock certain things, and if like you have to unlock certain things, or if you just like straight up buy stuff. If you take stuff off your ship, can that go into like some kind of storage and you can like put it back on later? You know, like can you eventually buy everything? Oh, there's so many questions I have, but I'm so excited for it.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship.
This is gonna be so cool.
From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
People are gonna be flying out there with the Gundams.
Your home among the stars the way you want to. You're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Oh my god, no flying Gundams. That's so funny.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Wait, did they say to your outpost?
Ever really loved.
Hold on, did he say your outpost?
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Oh, that's right. There is base building. There's a full-on outpost building. Hold on, but I want to make sure
You'll
that.
also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Okay, yep. So yeah, I completely forgot about the outpost.
Just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
That is pretty cool. I wonder if we're gonna hear about anything about the outposts, or is that it? Oh.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Interesting.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
I wonder how fast you can swap or if you can have presets.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
I'm actually really curious about this because this is a cool system and I understand it, but I also I want to see how it feels because I don't it almost seems like it could be adding a layer of complexity that doesn't need to be there, because like you're jumping into there a lot of times when you're playing a game and something like comes out of nowhere, you're like, ah crap, and you're like frantic and you're like pushing buttons and stuff like that and you kind of like mess up or whatever. It's like, do I have time to react to, okay, somebody just dropped out of warp or whatever, now I need to go in and change, I need to pull power from engines, throw them on shields, lasers, missiles or whatever, and then like during the fight then zoom in also on this. Or I wonder if there's gonna be presets or anything like that. It's cool and it's neat. I really want to feel it though, because like that's one thing. It's like, I'm fumbling around, like I don't know. What do you think?
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
What about the people?
But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
What? Okay, that's pretty cool.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Yes! Add it to your fleet. Yes. Yes, so you can have multiple ships.
But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship.
What? What is that? What is that?
One worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance.
God, I don't even, there's so many jokes that I'm just gonna move on from it.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Ooh. Wow.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Not
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
But the sandwiches.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
The planets look really nice from everything we've seen.
We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
So, still haven't heard anything about the outpost building yet.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case.
Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. Okay, now I want one of those. They're going to be sold out like that, though. They're going to be gone immediately.
Inspired by the cases during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
All right, I'm sold. All right.
Take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
It even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we've created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
That's actually really cool.
Because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Huh. I'm going to be playing on PC. So that's really cool. That does look really cool. That's definitely reminiscent of like NASA, like old school NASA kind of stuff. Like that's cool. That's pretty cool. They gotta push the merch. They gotta push the merch, you know. And you know what? They gotta push the merch. You guys need any G Fuel? Z1 Gaming. Go to gfuel.com/Z1 Gaming. Get some stuff. Support the channel. Appreciate it.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
So what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural
What's really cool,
but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore,
is that this is a new IP. So I'm actually really curious to see what they're going to do with it in the future too.
We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up.
It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
And skeletons. You always have to have
Aggressive
skeletons.
creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
This is pretty neat. I feel like we've seen this part before. Uh-oh. It looks like the weapon controls and everything are really nice too. Sometimes that's something that can always kill the game, is like if the weapons and the controls, like for movement and for shooting and stuff like that, are too like
it's completely like up to you how you want to interact
fluidity
with each
or
planet.
fluid. Like
Whether
there's
you
kind
want
of
to
like
explore and see what you can find.
Sometimes they feel restrictive.
Harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Sounds like something else I've heard of. Not gonna name any names.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
I gotta say,
when it comes to our exteriors,
the
when
creatures look
sun
really
moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
It looks extremely good. And it does a really good job of invoking feelings of, like, you know, vastness, emptiness, space, like the kind of things that you would, you know, expect to possibly feel. I always love when there's a planet like hanging in the background like that. Like that's just one of the cool, like that. This is like one of the coolest sights that you could be had. You know, it's like, man, that is so neat.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Yes, let's talk about the base.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet.
Why would you build it on a mountain though?
And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses, and set up extractors to harvest resources.
Right there. So you know what everybody's gonna be looking for? You are playing a space exploration game where you could go to any planet and find anything on any type, right? And what is everybody looking for? Everybody's gonna be looking for an Earth type planet to settle down and have a beautiful space station or a beautiful outpost on. Everybody's gonna be looking for the Earth-like place. They give you thousands of planets with all different kinds of stuff. They're building themselves. They are building on a desert mountain, and we're all gonna be building on Earth. It's gonna happen.
Resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is
harvest resources while you're away. That's
we have a new
nice.
fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and
That's
placing
nice.
those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Oh wow, that's gonna be cool. I'm really excited to see some outposts there. I honestly don't feel like I'm gonna be staying at an outpost as much. Like, I haven't heard anything about like crafting or stuff like that, but I don't imagine that there's like a ton of like crafting systems in place. Like, there's probably some, but you know, thinking of No Man's Sky here, right? You have like ranching for all your animals. You have like all different kinds of crafting because you craft everything, you know. Whereas this game, I don't think you're gonna be crafting as much. I think it's gonna be more of like, you know, buying and keeping the stuff that you have and finding the stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, but I don't think the outposts are gonna be like super like hugely important, you know, not nearly as much as like your ship or your character, your loadout, or things like that. So That's a biodome. Feels like I've seen that biodome before. I need to stop. I'm sorry.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
I stand corrected.
To adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection
Sometimes
of
I
grips
should
and
just shut my
barrels,
mouth, 'cause,
different
like-
ammunition like explosive
Oh,
rounds.
you can craft everything. Explosive rounds?
All
That's
you stealth
exciting.
players out there will surely need a suppressor.
Absolutely. Every pew pew needs a suppressor.
You can also
100%.
choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
It's a good looking knife.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
It looks really
I
good.
have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Looks good.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment.
That is
Gravity different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
such a nice feeling when you get a nice snipe like that.
And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Is that a grenade launcher? That was sick.
Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge.
Ooh.
Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards.
I mean, that makes sense.
Energy weapons,
That's
on the other
cool.
hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
That is so cool. So essentially each barrel has its own laser because it has its own little projectile load in it. That's super cool.
Or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns. Or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Oh, yes.
Starfield's got you covered.
All right, a quick break right there. It was lunchtime. I was hungry. I ate. We're back. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, it looks cool. That looks like a paintball gun. I like that. There are definitely some customizations to be had. It looks like you can hold quite a few weapons too. Now, I'm actually kind of curious, like, how much combat is there? Like, is there combat all the time? Or are these, like, you know, just initially when you take over? Oh.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just...
What was that? Hold on. What? Can I become a Jedi? Okay. Am I missing something here? Hold on. Okay. What?
Thanks again for being with us.
Is there magic in this? Didn't they just say that they're grounding the game in realism? There's magic, or there's force, or maybe it's some kind of like cybernetic thing from that area. Maybe there's like a cybernetic upgrade. Maybe. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. Like it's cool. Okay. Oh, I'm so split on this right now because the part of me says this is cool. The gameplay side, right? Part of me says this is awesome. This is cool. I'm glad that they're letting you do this, like all this stuff. The other part of me is like, this doesn't really fit in this game. But then again, like, I'm not a critic, and I don't want to be a critic. I don't like critics. They're so out of touch with, I think, what people actually want anymore. I think it's cool. I think if you want to play this game and you want to have that magic element to it, by all means do it. Why not? It's a game. It's a video game. It's meant to be played. It's meant to have fun. I think, why not? And if you don't want to do it, guess what? It's a single player game. Don't play with it. Because I'm just thinking of this. I'm trying to think of this critically because I think I could see both sides of this. I could see a lot of people being like, oh my God, why are they having this magic stuff in like a pseudo-realistic game? It's like, it's still a video game, you know? Like, let's not get our panties in a wad here. It's a video game. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I am excited about it. I think that's really cool. I was not expecting that at all. Like, I was. That's why it was a magic thing. It was absolutely magic thing. It was absolutely magic. I want to force choke people. Like that's if that is an option from the beginning of the game, absolutely am I going to be running around with my pistolio and my fully automatic rifle, pow, 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 and then grabbing people and then choking them. Absolutely. Star Wars with guns, with more guns, not like the you know what I'm saying. That's actually quite cool. So I think that's neat. Also, I did pre-order the thing. I got a hold of one. I pre-ordered it. I was excited. I mean, you might be able to find one forever. I don't know, but I did pre-order one because I'm excited. So if you want to see an unboxing, make sure you're subscribed.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game.
There's a lot
more than we could show here. You know, as we play it,
September
we're always sharing
1st.
these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrise.
I want to talk about this because I was wrong. These are procedurally generated worlds. So what that means is that every time you play through the game, they will be different. The planets will be different. I imagine that the core planets with like the main story, those are probably gonna be fairly similar, or the areas that the story takes place are probably gonna be fairly similar. But the planets are procedurally generated. I said that they weren't, and I was completely wrong. So they are procedurally generated. So if you go to, you know, the third moon of you know, Dogma. On one playthrough, and then you start a new playthrough and go to the third moon of Dogma again, it could be completely different. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. Sounds pretty neat. But yeah, I said that and I want to make sure I clarified that because I did figure that out
As we've ever had in any of our
during
games.
lunch.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spent all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad, these things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about
I'm
seeing
excited.
a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets,
The day-night cycle,
Those details matter to me.
diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout.
A lever action rocket
Some people
launcher.
might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
All right. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna guess that's probably where it ends. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I am much more excited about this than I was previously. And I know that that is the entire point of oh, it comes out the 6th? Oh, I pre-ordered the thing and it said the 1st. It said September 1st, so I guess September 6th is gonna be the thing. Very cool. There it is. Now, oh, deep mining helmet and pack and a laser cutter. Oh, Old Mars skin packs. Oh, how exciting. So let's go ahead. Okay, all right. I'll be playing obviously on, I will be playing on, that's, oh my God. Okay. That right there, that's the one. That's the one I got. That's I'm so excited about that. You have no idea. There's some like collector's edition things that I really like, and there's some collector's edition things that I just really do not care for. The steelbook actually looks cool. The digital game key being on like a little fob thing like that looks really cool. The case that it comes in looks really freaking cool, and then the watch itself, like I don't know how, like we'll see. Anyways, that's been my reaction. Now, I am cautiously optimistic. I have more hype for this game. I am much more excited than I was previously. I was doing the whole No Man's Sky comparison thing. There was information because it was just updates, like things like that coming out saying, hey, this is going to happen. This is not going to happen. I was like, okay, well, No Man's Sky does this. No Man's Sky does that. But I from the video and from the view, I think it's going to be different enough. I don't think it's going to be, I think it's still going to get compared to No Man's Sky a lot. I really do. But I don't think it's going to be a comparison. I don't think they're going to be like a competing title because they're going to be different. No Man's Sky is, multiplayer, stuff like that. This is obviously not. This is more of an RPG kind of element. Like you can do stuff like that. I think there's... I'm really excited for this. Now, the only thing that could make this even better is if they did eventually do a multiplayer. But we know with Fallout 76 how... we know how the multiplayer things go, so maybe not. Maybe we just say single player here. I don't know. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. But this has been me reacting to a game. I don't typically do these. This is something completely different. I'm just trying something new. I'm having fun with it, and hopefully connecting with you. So let me know what you think. Leave comments. Join the Discord. Just hit me up on Twitter. Whatever. Follow me on Twitch. Whatever you want to do. I'd love to chat. I'd love to see what you guys had to, what all you had to think. But I'm not going to hit anymore because I think this goes into like another thing, and I just want to do the Starfield stuff. So yeah, thanks again for coming out. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody.